Hey, what's up guys, it's Engon. Today we're diving into the world of seinen manga with a twist. If you think you've seen it all, well, think again. We're uncovering top 7 seinen mangas I bet you haven't read. These titles are not your mainstream picks but promise gripping stories and unique narratives that will keep you on the edge of your seat. So without wasting any further time, let's jump in. We Did It. We Did It is a dark comedy and psychological drama manga written by Kaneshiro Munyuki. The story follows a group of high school students who, after being bullied by a rival school, decide to get revenge by pulling off a prank. If you don't want to know what that prank is, you can skip 10 seconds. They install dynamite in the school building, and because of that many students burns to death and now they are seen as criminals. However, the prank results in a tragedy that changes their lives forever. They have been rejected by the society and they are running for their lives. The manga delves into the psychological impact of their actions, as they grapple with guilt, fear, and the moral dilemmas of their choices. The narrative is a blend of intense drama and moments of dark humor. This manga doesn't shy away from portraying the harsh realities of life, making it a thought-provoking read that resonates long after you finish it. And the artwork complements the story's tone, using detailed expressions and atmospheric scenes to enhance the emotional weight of the narrative, making it a unique and gripping read. Sweet Home. Sweet Home is not a manga, it's actually a manhwa written by Karnbi Kim. It blends horror, psychological thriller. The story is renowned for its intense atmosphere, deep character development, and exploration of themes such as despair, survival, and the dark side of human nature. Our protagonist Cha Yun-soo is a depressed high school student who spends his days in isolation while playing games on computer. He suddenly lost his family in a tragic accident. He moves into a rundown apartment complex with the intention of taking his own life. However, before he can act on his suicidal thoughts, a mysterious phenomenon sweeps across the world, turning people into monsters that reflect their innermost desire and fear. The story follows Yun-soo's journey and struggles to maintain his humanity while battling external horrors. The manhwa focuses heavily on character development, especially on how different individuals cope with trauma, fear, and the struggle to survive. And the art is detailed and intense, with the monster designs being particularly good. So moving on. Signal 100 is a psychological horror and thriller manga written by Miyatsuki Arata. Story revolves around scoundrel and rude group of high school students who find themselves trapped in a deadly survival game. Their teacher hypnotizes them, turning them into pawns in a twisted experiment. The hypnosis is triggered by specific actions or signals, with 100 different triggers that can cause the students to commit suicide. For example, if you pee yourself, you die, or if you talk on phone, and other random signals. The students must discover these signals and avoid them, all while trying to find a way to survive the horrifying ordeal. As the tension rises, alliances are formed, betrayals occur, and the true nature of each character is revealed. The art is pretty good, you can feel the fear, and ending is pretty good too, so overall that would be a good read. So moving on, the next one is a controversial manga. While making this video I was thinking if I should add this or not, but whatever. Next is Rape Man. Yeah, by that name you can imagine what story is about, still let me tell you once. And I can't add many manga panels, of course you know the reason, right? Rape Man is a controversial and provocative manga that revolves around a man named Keisuke Iwasaki, who adopts the persona of Rape Man, as part of a business run by him and his uncle. In this business, clients hire him to enact revenge, or justice, by assaulting women. Yeah, you heard it right. Justice, who are perceived to have wronged them. The manga explores the dark and morally ambiguous side of revenge and justice, while blending this with a tone that mixes satire and disturbing elements. I only read 16 chapters of this manga because that's all I could find. But if you can find all the volume, you know what you have to do. Inside Mari. Inside Mari is psychological drama, mystery and gender bender manga written by Shuzo Oshimi. For those who are trying to skip this manga after hearing gender bender genre, wait a second. It's not your typical slice of life or romantic manga. The story delves into obsession, confusion, struggles, and the dark side of a life. The story follows Isao Kamri, college dropout who spends his days in isolation, addicted to video games, masturbating, and routine visits to a convenience store. There, he becomes obsessed with a high school girl named Mari. One day, Isao wakes up to find himself inexplicably inside Mary's body as he tries to searching for answers to what happened to his own body and consciousness. He discovers that Mary's seemingly perfect life is far more complicated than it appeared. He uncovers hidden secrets, struggles and the dark side of a life that seemed so desirable from distance. This manga deeply explores psychological themes, focusing on identity, self-perception and the mask people wear in society. Sometimes this manga can be disturbing read. But overall it's a must-read manga, and this manga has an ending that you can't expect or predicts. And next we have Prison Lab, is a psychological horror manga written by Wataru Karasuma. The story is known for its intense and disturbing themes. Story follows a victim of endless bullying. Eito Oyama is plagued by his classmates' constant taunts and beatings. However, through a fortuitous turn of events, he receives a strange invitations for the captivity game, where victory promises unbelievable wealth. To participate, he must accept the role of captor and choose one victim to imprison for a month. For Oyama, the only choice is Aya Kirishima, the ringleader of his bullies and the source of all his suffering. The rules of the game are simple: the jailer may do whatever they please with their inmate barring murder, but in order to win the game, the captor's identity must remain hidden. As they struggle to survive, they must deal with the increasingly brutal experiments and uncover the dark motives behind their imprisonment. The manga's dark and intense atmosphere is a significant part of its appeal, creating a sense of dread and urgency throughout the story. Moving on at Yusogi is a psychological thriller manga written by Toshio Seiko. The story centers around a high-stakes gambling world where players bet not just money but their lives and even their sanity. The protagonist, Baku Madarame, also known as Yusogi, the Lie Eater, is a genius gambler with an extraordinary ability to read people and situations. The world of Yusogi is governed by an underground organization called Keikuro, which oversees these dangerous gambling matches. The players often engage in complex games that test their intelligence, psychology, and nerve. Baku's goal is to challenge the most formidable opponents, ultimately aiming to control Keikuro itself. Throughout the series, Baku faces various opponents, each with unique skills and strategies. The games often involve intricate rules, psychological manipulation, and intense mind games, where the smallest mistake can lead to disastrous consequences. As the story progresses, the manga delves into Baku's backstory, his motivations, and the relationships between different characters in this treacherous world. And this dude right there is a perfect antagonist. Well, don't know should I say antagonist or not, but he's perfect. You'll know once you read it. At starting story's passing is slow. I was also thinking to drop it, but that would be a mistake. So don't drop it, just gets better and better after some time from the starting. And the detailed and expressive artwork complements the intense and cerebral nature of the story. Artwork just improvise with the story, it just gets better and better. Yusogi is a compelling manga for readers who enjoy complex plots, mind games, and a dark, psychological narrative. So give it a try. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you need separate review on any of these manga or on any different manga, so write it down in the comment box. Then see ya in next video. Subscribe.